Hi, my name is Gary McLean, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I am a psychotherapist, I'm an educator, I'm a patient advocate, and I do a lot of writing. My writing is on my website, which is called justgotdiagnosed.com. I have a lot of different articles that I've written about communications and coping with a chronic or catastrophic health condition. My educational background, I have a background, graduate work in clinical psychology and education. I have a PhD from the University of Michigan. I grew up in Michigan. One of the reasons my clients often come to me is because they've received a medical diagnosis and they've been given the diagnosis, maybe they've even been asked to make a big treatment decision, and they haven't had time to really cope with the emotions around that diagnosis. They're not ready to move forward yet. And so they come to me because they're feeling kind of lost. And again, with some catastrophic diagnoses like cancer, clients may have been given the diagnosis and then again been asked to make a treatment decision or be involved in helping to make a treatment decision. Their families are coping with the diagnosis as well. They're also not able to cope with it. And so the client, the patient, may feel really alone. So here's some ideas that I always suggest for someone who's coping with a medical diagnosis. One is to give yourself some time to let the feelings bubble up. Usually the first reaction to a medical diagnosis is just being in shock, not knowing how to feel. And I encourage my clients to sit with that and let the feelings bubble up. And often the feelings that come up are obviously fear, the fear factor, anger, disappointment, sadness. There's a grieving process that happens. The grief is because a diagnosis is a loss. The way you thought your life was going to be is suddenly changing. So there's a grief that results as well. So here's some ideas that I share with my clients to help them to cope. One is to express your feelings, to let the feelings out. Feelings are just feelings. And I think the more you hold feelings in, the more power they have. So let them out. To let your feelings out, you really need a safe place to have your feelings. Have someone that you can talk to, someone who can listen without judging you, without telling you how you should feel. A therapist can help with that, a counselor or a friend or family member who's willing to listen. I think it can also help to power up with information. One of the hardest parts about having a medical diagnosis is going on the internet, for example, and getting information, because some of the information is all about scare tactics. Some of it is not reliable. Some of it is straightforward but scary. And so I encourage my clients to go to reputable information sources.org sources and get reliable information. Talk about it with their doctor. One of the things I think is important is to have a relationship with your doctor who can give you, you can work together. You can share ideas with your doctor can share ideas with you. I also encourage my clients to have a spiritual connection of some kind. Some clients return to religion from childhood. It gives them strength. But just having a sense of meaning in your life, whether it's just, I had a client who said he received his diagnosis, came home and listened to music and never heard the music the same way. So connect with whatever it is that helps you to feel grounded and helps you to feel whole. Find things to do that help you relax, that help you keep involved in other words, keep involved in your life. And sit down with your family and talk about what's going on. Family members often feel helpless. They don't know what to say, and so sometimes they don't say anything. Same thing with friends, other family members. So sit down, open the conversation, and ask your family to team up with you. Ask them to get educated as well, and work together. You're in control here. You're not in control of your diagnosis. So I think part of the process here is to see where you don't have control When you do that, then I think you're better able to look at where you do have control. You do have control over getting support, getting information, working with your doctor. So as I always tell my clients, take good care of yourself.